Hi there. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all about Bengkung belly binding. Why belly binding? What are the benefits? Who should do it? For how long? When? Where? How? Etc. So I'm Fiona Paputzis, and I've been supporting women for over 3 decades in various ways. And the Bengkung belly binding is the last couple of years I've been supporting women with how to bind their bellies. And so it's an ancient, old, traditional way of taking a moment for yourself. It's a beautiful ritual of self-care, and it also helps obviously physically and energetically. So I'm going to go through a few of those things so that you can really feel into if this is something that you would like to incorporate into your postpartum journey, into your postpartum healing, which we know is vitally important in this day and age that we live in. So some of the physical benefits is that we are taking advantage of the relaxin hormone that has been in your body from pregnancy. And we are binding it from the hip bone all the way to under the breasts. And when you are binding, what we are doing is we're bringing those tissues together that have come apart. We are getting the uterus to go back to where it needs to be, all the other organs that have moved to go back to where they need to. Any gas or wind is also moved out of the way. And as I said, it's a lovely way of bringing yourself back to yourself. So if we look on an energetic level, from a yogic point of view, there are 72,000 nerve endings that are stretched when you are fully pregnant. And that is why at the end of your pregnancy, you feel so vulnerable and so open and so over it. And often it's because those nerve endings are stretched. So we want to take part of that, take back that second chakra, that second energy center in our bodies. Otherwise we can take up to 3 years to think, who are we and where am I and who am I, etc. as we update your identity of who you are. So a couple of other things, I'm just referring to my notes so that I don't forget anything. So it also eases back pain. Remember that your back has been doing the work because the abdominals have been on holiday, and now the kind of abs are there, but they're not really there yet. So it really helps to support the lower back from carrying, holding, breastfeeding, changing nappies, doing all of that. And it literally feels like someone's giving you a hug. It is the most beautiful feeling, and it makes you feel safe and actually more secure in yourself. Obviously, fluid retention, like I said, it helps the pelvic floor as well to help improve posture because you're having to sit up tall. And yeah, like I said, it helps you to tend to your body and to yourself. And it is a beautiful postpartum ritual. So how long should you do it for? So you would typically do it from day 3 to 5, about. If you have it after you've given birth, you would do it around then. If you have a cesarean section, we want to wait at least 10 days. But again, you would speak to your caregiver and see when it's appropriate to start. You can also use it when you are pregnant, especially if it's your second, third time baby and it's feeling very heavy. You would use it, but you obviously wouldn't make it very tight. You would have it loosely around your belly for when you're pregnant. And how long you would ideally use it for? Usually it's the first 42 days you would use it for postpartum, but I've had clients use it for 3 or 4 months. And then also you can use it, you can start months later or even years later. And it's a beautiful experience. If you have that opportunity to only get to it later, it still has an immense impact and benefits on your whole body, not only physically, but emotionally, energetically as well. And then what else did I want to share with you? And then you would typically, the first time you wear it, just for an hour or 2 until you get used to it, but it's kind of 6 to 12 hours a day. Some people even sleep with it, which is really great. And then the only times you want to be cautious is, as I said, after you've had a cesarean section, or if there is any high blood pressure, infections, or if there's a severe prolapse, because we don't want to create pressure here and more pressure down there. Or with the blood pressure. So those were really the only reasons why not to. And if you really, really wanted to, if you had to do it very gently and not as tight, that would work as well. So this is really just a little introduction video to share with you the benefits and the reasons why you want the Bengkung belly binding in your life.